Hi, everyone. Welcome to Spill the Tea Radio, where we interview awesome singers, songwriters, and those who influence their lives. Spill the Tea Radio explores the journey, creativity, and inspiration behind the songs. My next guest is a Trinidadian born artist who now resides in Toronto. He is a member of the band Black Creek Rain. This artist and the band stay true to their Caribbean roots to write songs that speak truth to power and bring attention to social injustice. He says soca, reggae, and rock are the foundational sounds that he takes everywhere as he makes music his mission. So, let's spill the tea with Logun. Welcome, Logun.
David, thank you very much for having me. Big up everybody for listening. Big up Spill the Tea Radio.
Thank you so much for that. We've got a few things to dive into here, Logun. So first of all, give us a little bit about the band Black Creek Rain. We had Darren Ramlogun on the show a little while ago, and you are both part of Black Creek Rain along with Lex Stultz. So tell us about the band and how you all got together.
So the band has been around for quite some time. I couldn't tell you when it was founded. It was really founded by Lex and Darren. And I started singing leads for a band called Destiny. And Darren was playing guitar also for that band, Destiny. I left the band on good terms. And then a couple of years later, Darren left the band. And we always kept in touch. And Darren was like, hey, we like your style. I like what they do. And I grew up with that rock genre from Trinidad. And I love what they're doing. I have that Caribbean reggae soca influence. And I kind of joined them maybe about 3 years ago, 3 years ago. And we've been doing our thing since, releasing music, performing all over. It's been quite a wild ride.
When we think about reggae and soca, we associate that with the Caribbean. We don't associate rock with the Caribbean. Darren and I talked about that connection as well. So give us your interpretation of how those three come together and produce the amazing music that we hear from the islands.
So you all, or North Americans, may not consider rock Caribbean, but anybody that's from the Caribbean loves rock. They know, especially 80s rock in Trinidad.
Really?
All these 80s bands has visited Trinidad. Journey, I've seen Warrant, I've seen Toto,
Wow.
I've seen a million bands in Trinidad. And rock is a foundation. There's this song by Outfield, Your Love. Josie's on a vacation.
Yes.
So that song is like the anthem of Trinidad. You'll have
is that right?
You'll have a Rasta man in the corner knowing all the lyrics. Like it's crazy. So for me and for people in the Caribbean, rock is definitely a staple along with your reggae and your soca music. So for me, it's normal. Maybe for people on the outside, not so much.
When we separate out the soca reggae music, especially the reggae music is very much about social injustice and oppression and things like that. So what's the connection between those two genres, soca and reggae?
Soca was really identified from Trinidad. It's a sound that was brought out by Ras Shorty I. He was a Calypsonian, and he kind of created that genre called soca. Reggae music is definitely talking about what's happening in the world today, and I think dancehall also has something to play because dancehall was a more light-hearted genre that came about from reggae that you could play in the parties, play in the dance. And soca also is something that you could play in the parties, play in the dance, where calypso was more so like reggae, a political type of statements that you make within music. So the interaction between soca and reggae or even dancehall. I would say soca is more related to dancehall because it's more of a party atmosphere, more lighthearted, more making fun of stuff. Definitely talking about social injustices and whatnot. But there's a one Caribbean, one love, as I mentioned to you before. So it's kind of we're all related in some type of way.
Your musical influence is, I'll say it's a natural influence. Unfortunately, you lost your mother when you were very young, seven
Correct.
years old, but you do remember her having a beautiful voice. So perhaps her voice is being channeled through you
I think so.
today. Where is so when you lose a beautiful voice like that at such an early age, where do you pick up the musical influences from?
Pain. I think a lot of pain, a lot of reminiscing. Um, Really life. Whatever you could pick up. I'm a sucker for ballads. I'm a sucker for music that really moves you. Yeah, I try to bring that party or light-hearted atmosphere within it because in reality we do perform. People do want to have a good time. People didn't pay for a babysitter or want to come out to kind of, have that dreary mood. But my inspiration is really all over. I mean, a lot of times I'm uninspired, like anyone else. Um, but it's really anything from sadness to happiness to what you see to what you feel. I'm big on partying. I love to go out, you know. So it's just inspiration that's drawn from that, and just having a good time. It's really anything.
When I hear those 80s bands that you brought up, when I hear those big hair 80s bands, I that instantly inspires me to sing.
Yeah,
Sing the
yeah,
lyrics and
yeah,
get those out. When I hear reggae music, I can't help you got to dance. You have to
yeah.
move your body. You have to
Yep,
move your feet. You have to move your body. So when we think about that soca and reggae music, what are the differences and similarities between the music that's being created in the Caribbean and the music scene here in Toronto?
I believe the reason you want to move and I think it's a foundation. It's the beat of the drums. Um, it's the atmosphere. It's the sunlight. It's the movement of the country. It's the blood in the soil, So I think from a soca reggae standpoint, you definitely want to move from a rock standpoint here. One thing I've noticed though about the genres in the Caribbean compared to rock and reggae, I think soca is a much more internalized, held back genre in terms of this is our thing
Hmm.
and we don't want to let it go. So that sometimes holds back the movement and the growth of soca. Whereas reggae and rock, I think it's cool to know the underground artists or people. It's cool to know that underground artist for rock. It's cool to hear this different song that nobody else knows. So in terms of reggae and rock in North America, I think it's much more open to people wanting to hear the sound. And in the Caribbean, soca and reggae, it's more like it's our thing, and we're kind of greedy, we're selfish. If it gets out, cool. But it's our thing, and that's why sometimes people may be angry at me, but that's why soca is a genre that's held back.
You say that an artist should not be restricted to one genre of music, that they should be able to express themselves across a number of different genres. Some artists believe that, well, if I get a following in one genre and I switch to another genre, then I'm going to lose that following. I have to start all over again. Not everybody's Beyonce, where they can move from genre to genre, or Taylor Swift. They can move from genre to genre. People are going to follow them no matter where they go. What's your feeling about that when you produce music in different genres? Do you find that your fans, your audience, embrace it, or do they kind of say, you know what, Logan, I wish you would stick to that?
I get a mix of both. Um, you can't please everybody. I think as an artist, you're a painter. and you paint different pictures and you paint different stories at different times in your life. I think if you're a true artist, you sing for yourself, and whoever likes it, likes it. You attract your tribe. Not everyone, as I said before, is gonna like what you do. They're gonna like some more of my reggae, raga, rough voice energy, and then I'll sing like a love song, a ballad, and then those same guys may not like it. But then, hey, I have these guys over here that kind of like it. But I think what's really important is that the creator likes it. And at the end of the day, yes, I sing for that validation. We all want that's amazing and this validation in
Mhm.
life, but also to artists wear their hearts on their sleeve because we're putting this product out here to be judged by so much. But as long as we can do what we want to do and what we're happy with, I think that's all that matters. So, I mean, to answer your question, people are going to like it, people are not going to like it. If I were to think about people all day long, I'd go crazy. So, I mean, you kind of have to do what you're gonna do, but it is important. You raise a great point. If you succeed in something, kind of ride that wave.
Mhm.
Um, and then when you feel like you want to switch waves, switch. But I mean, it is important because at the end of the day, fans are out here and they're very important and they propel you and they give you validation.
You
Yeah.
have a story about the legendary El Macambo. The El Macambo, it's 2025 as we're recording this show. The El Macambo has been around for 77 years now. Of course,
I didn't even know that.
they are they're famous for the night that the Rolling Stones showed up and played, and in the audience was Prime Minister Pierre Trudeau. So it was a huge story surrounding the El Macambo. You had the opportunity to play at the El Macambo. Tell us about that experience and how did you get there? How did you get the gig? And what was the feeling like to be on that stage where so many amazing artists had performed over the 77 years?
Indeed, it was amazing when we knew we got the gig. So we got asked by a band called Imagine If. I believe they booked out the El Macombo to do some type of release. Not sure quite what it was, but they asked us to open the show, Black Creek Rain. And we knew we were going there. I knew about the El Macombo, but I didn't really know about it. I don't go there. It's not a place I would go chill out or party. But just to be on the street with it there, lit up, the name. You walk in, you see all these signatures on the walls, on the stairs. You have all the bands that perform there. And me being a big 80s guy, a big rock guy, it was just amazing. You feel the energy and the presence of greatness
Mhm.
in the building. And the layout is amazing. The stage it's just so huge. You have balconies, and performing this, the sound was great. The energy was electric. We got the crowd engaged. It was singing back to us. It was something that the band would never forget. We have amazing footage of it, and I would love to hit that stage again. It was great.
Let's get into one of the songs that Logan wrote. This song was released in the spring of 2024. It was co-written by Logan, Darren Armugum, and Lex Stultz. Let's take a listen to singer-songwriter Logan and his song, Close.
They're propagating lies, I guess they don't know what's the truth. Lining up at food banks, but not at voting booths. Stealing the wealth and they hide it away. Still they expect us to think we have a say. Brothers and my sisters, let we roll out. Brothers and my sisters, let we stand and pray. And every day you don't know that we cry out. You better listen to every time we say
1 inch, they take another 100 miles. Oh, and every time they steal from us, we shrug it off and simply smile. Now they're gonna learn today of reckoning is on its way. Now they're gonna know that we're not gonna take anymore. Not take anymore. Not take anymore.
Yes, they line their pockets, yes, they line it all struggle real for many. People cry out while they're scraping all them penny. Is one love that we shout out. Is one prayer let us stand and pray. And every day you don't know that we cry out. You better wait for the
every time we
judgment day.
give 1 inch, they take another 100 miles. Oh, and every time they steal from us, we shrug it off and simply smile. Now they're gonna learn today of reckoning is our only way. Now they're gonna know that we're not gonna take anymore. Not take anymore. Not take anymore. No, every time we give 1 inch, you take another 100 miles. Oh, and every time they steal from us, we shrug it off and simply smile. Now they're gonna learn today of reckoning is on its way. Now they're gonna know that we're not gonna take anymore.
That was Wall Street by Logun and the band Black Creek Rain. Logun, tell us, what is that song about and what was the inspiration to write it?
Well, that song is a real middle finger up to just the injustice. You know, we'll use the term government. Government isn't bad, but they just do bad things. The wealthy, they're not bad, but they're just compared to the poor or the struggling. It's just time for us to stand up, time for people to acknowledge the wrongdoings, acknowledge what government is doing to us, make a change. Let's attract our tribe. Let's stand up with our fists in the air. You know, not create a revolution, but create a revolution against the injustice and taking back what is just. And it's all about being fair. I know that's a weird, big word. Nothing is fair, but it doesn't have to be, you know, 99% this way and 1% that way. We can find some way to live together. And yeah, it's just really fighting against the system, you know. It's hard because if you are on the top half of the system, you're not fighting anything. It's okay. It's fun. It's all dandy. You can do what you do. You never have to worry about buying bread, you know, paying your rent. And there's more people that worry about that. So that's pretty much, you know, in and around and more what that song is about.
Logun, how do people find out more about you and your music? What's the website? What are the socials and the streaming platforms?
Social media is Black Creek Rain. That's BLACK CREEK, and Rain is REIGN. So Black Creek Rain, you can find out some stuff about me at Logun Music. That's LOGUN MUSIC. And yeah, you can find us on all platforms using those handles.
We have been in conversation with Logun. Logun, thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much for having me, David. Thank you to Spill the Tea Radio. It's been an honor. It's been a pleasure. And it's been fun. Thank you so much. Big up Trinidad and big up Toronto and Canada.
Yeah.